Hey yo, what's up YouTube? This your boy Vetted Singh coming back at you again with another unboxing and press video. What's up guys? How you guys doing? I know it seems like it's been a hot minute since I dropped a video, but in all actuality, I did release a video last week, but it hasn't got um uploaded for one reason or another. So tonight I'm gonna be doubling up on this video. But enough about all that. Before we get into the meat and bones about it, let's do a wristwatch check. And tonight indicates I am running that Seiko patty. No, this is the Seiko Jade Monster. On that eccentric strap code Super Engineer 2. If you are interested in this bad boy, this is the Seiko Jade Monster SZSC005. I say again, Sierra Zulu Sierra Charlie 005. And if you are interested in this band right here, just go ahead and go to strapcode.com and go ahead and look it up. This is in the 20 mil variant. And if you guys remember what I said before, I'm not really one for bracelets and whatnot, but this bracelet just makes this watch boom, and it adds a different dynamic to whatever watch it's a part of. I like how it's just angular and it gives like a very different dimension. The one thing I didn't like about this watch was that it's running on a 20 mil strap. So even for this watch right here, I've used a Blue Shark Alpha Premier, a 22 millimeter, so it gives it a little bit bigger width. But when you use the Super Engineer, which it's this width all the way around, you can't but help that it gives the wrist presence that this watch deserves. And this is no slouch either. It comes with that very gorgeous sunburst style in the jade variant. When you bring this bad boy into the sunlight, boom. I was gonna go ahead and put a mod on top of this, and I wanted to get rid of Cyclops because I'm not all about that life. But I don't know. It just hit all the right marks, so the Hardlex is staying on for just a little bit longer. Again, SCSC005. Strap code Super Engineer 2. You want some? You know what to do. There will be no EDC for tonight because, like I said, I went ahead and released a video last week doing an unboxing and press, and I actually have the items right here, and I have a second item right below it, but went ahead and unboxed it. I just wasn't in the mood to shoot any videos the past couple days, so you guys are gonna have to forgive that. We will need loom duty, and tonight is the tried and true, the surefire tactician Echo 2 Tango Mike Victor. I know, you guys seen enough plugging on this light right here. But what can I say? This light is the bomb digs. Everyone deserves a little surefire in their life. So let's move on, going into the first watch right here, and it's none other than a Hamilton. If you guys remember correctly, on out of all my unboxing and press videos, I haven't done a Hamilton yet, and that's because these will be my first hammies. So, very nice box, and right off the bat, they have another box. So, I guess it's needless to say, it's a box within a box. Two-year international warranty card. And this is the H644555533. A lot of redundancies on that. Okay, stand fast for a quick one. Okay, so as you guys seen over here already, I went ahead and took off the bands because, guys, I ain't gonna lie, these leather bands are absolute garbage. I do not know why. I mean, I haven't felt leather like this since who knows when, but this leather is it's not good. And these straps, they are short AF. So as you can see, I already took it apart, and the watch, it's not even in here. This is the Hamilton Khaki King. I say again, this is the H644555533. That's Hotel 6445553. And as you can see, I already went and threw this on top a NATO. Actually, this is a Zulu, and this Zulu came from strap code. Guys, that's all I run. Strap code and Blue Shark, because their bands is phenomenal. But enough about that. This is about the watch. And I bought this watch and I really didn't know if I was going to like it or not, because I tend to run a little bit bigger of a watch, and 40 mil was just, in my theory, was going to be a little bit too small for me, because I actually did have a hammy before this, and it was the hammy field mechanical 38 mil, and when I tried that on, it was just way too small for me, and so I returned it. And then I ended up getting this guy right here, and this is 40 mil. As you can see, there is a day and a date complication at the top, and that's sweeping motion. This Hamilton really, oh shit, let me see if I can run without the, sorry guys, it's my light is, the battery is going down, so we're gonna shoot from the hip. Anyways, Hamilton really knows how to make a field watch. I give you that. This watch is very, very nice, and it plays very nice on top of your hands. One thing I do not like about Hamilton is this right here. These watch bands is absolute garbage. If you have the leather band, you're best off getting rid of it and throwing it on top of NATO, throwing it on a Zulu, throwing it on an Orca, whatever, what have you. Or if you want to, you can opt for the bracelet. But I don't think you're gonna like the leather band at all, because it might look pliable, but when you put it on, it doesn't really feel like it's pliable. Anyways, I've been using this guy for like a couple weeks, and I gotta admit, at first I thought 40 is gonna be a little bit small for me, but this feels great, and it has a really thin profile. Let me get some specs out. So the case thickness on this is actually only 11 millimeters, and the band is right about there at 20 mil. I try to stay away with watches that run a 20 mil bandwidth, because it just looks a little bit anemic when you're running it. But when I put it on top of this Zulu made by Strapco, because it's thick, you can get away with it. So I mean, if I was to throw this on something like this is a Zulu. If I was to throw this on something like a NATO, I don't think it would go, especially if it was like a single pass. It'll just be way too thin. And that's just my opinion on that. The weight with the leather band was coming in at a whopping 2.56 ounces. This might be a tiny bit heavier because of the thickness of this Zulu. This guy has a sapphire glass on the front. And as you can see, it has an exhibition case back. I think it has sapphire on the back too. I'm not really too sure. This is a very nice watch, guys. Very nice. I was gonna go ahead and put this away. But we ain't done. We're gonna do loom duty on top of this, just to show you guys what it's all about. Okay, so that's that. Let's move on. And we have a second Hamilton. This one came with a little bit different case. Nice one, not even filled out. And here we go again. Straps, leather. But vetted, if you don't like the leather straps, why did you get it? Dude, why, or how would I have known that I wasn't gonna like the leather straps? I literally bought these two watches, one after another. And to be honest, another reason was I already knew that I was gonna replace it, and the watch with the leather option, that was one of the cheaper variants. In all honesty, all that really matters to me is the watch itself. These bands are replaceable, and like I said, this bands, the leather variety, is absolute garbage. Anyways, this is the Hamilton khaki field. H70555533. So here we go again with the redundancy. Hamilton khaki field automatic. This is in the 42 millimeter variety. So like I told you guys, excuse me. So like I told you guys before, I actually had the 38 field mechanical, and that was just way too small for me. So I thought, I'm gonna jump up to the 42. When I got the 42, I ain't gonna lie, this thing actually plays a lot bigger. Maybe it's because of the crown. I'm not really too sure, but I ended up liking the actual smaller watch. Maybe it's because it seems a little bit more symmetrical, maybe symmetrical is not the word, but the crown guards actually play into it a lot. This at 42 millimeters, this crown is sticking way out. That's not to say that I don't like the watch. I actually do like the watch. I do. I dumped that garbage leather straps in favor of Blue Shark. This is the Alpha Premier. Not the luxury one. This is just a regular Alpha Premier. So this is a thicker seatbelt nylon. Premium watch band material. Nice visible numbers on the dial. And it's running those syringe styled hands, so you can get a very accurate reading if you need be. And the sweeping hand has that nice red second hand. Gives it a nice pop when played against the stainless steel and the black and the white dialed face. So I had the red second, and I went ahead and threw it on top of this red strap. I think it was a little bit overdone. I actually went up and tried out a different watch company called Havaston, and they had a very nice color scheme. I went ahead and picked that up, so I'm just waiting for that to come in right now. But one thing that I wish Hamilton did different on top of this watch was at least make the thing line up. You know what I mean? At least make the numbers line up, because when you get to the date complication over here, it actually indents like they tabbed in or something. Why couldn't they put it like more over here, to make it more in line? Let me pull up some specs on this. So, like I said, this is the 42 millimeter. The case thickness is actually a 10, which, no, that can't be right? So the other one said that the case thickness was 11 and this was a 10. Let me see. So I actually have my caliper over here, but I was thinking that maybe I want to put some tape over here so I don't go ahead and clang and bang on top these dials. this is 10.8. Just a rough guesstimate. I'm not gonna. This thing is sharp. I'm not gonna put it all the way down. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. This one seems like it is a little bit thinner, I guess. It just seems like by the dimensions, this plays bigger than what it really is. It does lay flat though. I gotta give them that. You know, when you wear these khaki serried watches, they lay flat on your wrist. Like, I mean, you could have this underneath cover, and that's the thing about it. They made these watches so they don't get in the way. They have a low profile. It does feel heavier, and it does. The other one came in at what is that? 11 ounces? No, this one 2.56 ounces, and then this one, the khaki automatic, 14.08 ounces. I don't know. These specs seem off for some reason, but you know what? Whatever. So just rolling with it. Anyways, this is my two pickups: King and Field Automatic, 40-42. They actually fill the same role. Which one do I like better? If I had to pick, I'm gonna have to go with this one. I like this one a lot. And you know, 42 is my gig. I like bigger watches. But this one looks way better on top the wrist. Maybe if they had the red second hand on top here, that would be kind of sick, I gotta admit. Or maybe if they had crown guards on top here, that would be kind of sick, I would have to admit. Or who knows, maybe when the Haveston band comes in, we'll try it out and we'll see what it's all about. Let's go ahead and see some lume on top of this. Well, first off, let's go ahead and strictly eye popping. You know, like when Negan popped Glenn in his head. Eye popping. Let's go ahead and try this. Pretty illuminated, I gotta give them that. That's pretty cool how they have the cutout complications over here, and when you cover it up and you look at it in pitch dark, or what do we call that? Zero dark. The 11 and the 1 look pretty cool, gotta admit. And I see why now that the second hand is white and not red. Because that bad boy is illuminated. Check that out. Damn, that's a beaut. Whereas this one, you don't know what the hell is going on. So going back to the original question, which one would I pick? And I did answer already. And after the loom shot, my answer would be the same thing. I actually like this watch more than this watch. Which one do you guys like better? If you guys had it, or if you guys have experience with these watches, which one would you rather have? Leave a comment down below. Stay tuned, I got more content coming. Don't worry. Anyways, you guys have a great one. Peace.